It's no secret that a lot of exploitation movies try to cash in on popular trends, and Canadian exploitation flicks are no different. Whether it's slasher movies, Star Wars knockoffs, teen sex romps, hell, Canada's even got a few martial arts flicks under its belt. Well, in the 80s, monster trucks were pretty popular, so why not make a movie about that? Rolling Vengeance is a 1987 action revenge movie directed by Stephen H. Stern, who's mainly known for TV movies like Mazes and Monsters, Portrait of an Escort, and Murder in Space. Damn, every one of those sounds like something I could feature on this show. Even though Stern's experience was mainly in TV movies, there's no need to worry, since according to the reviews, this is not only the definitive monster truck movie, but also similar to Rocky and Death Wish. Okay, I'd say this is more like a combination of Over the Top and one of the canon Death Wish movies, but hey, that's just me. Because it's about a killer monster truck, this movie is gonna need to open with one badass theme song.
Seemingly endless tunes on my radio. Moving the dial in slow motion to voices I never will know.
That's pleasantly middle of the road, I guess. Jesus, even some of the people who worked on this movie sound like the names of monster trucks. Surprised this wasn't directed by somebody named Bigfoot. Like a lot of 80s Canuxsploitation flicks, this is supposed to be taking place in the US, and you can tell because they're drinking Budweiser and not Labatt's. And what the hell? Lawrence Dane again? Alright, good to know he survived getting his throat slashed in the last movie I did. I seriously didn't intend to do 2 movies with him in a row, although considering his filmography, I guess I should have expected this. Anyway, our main character is Little Joey Rosso, a young man who just wants to ride the open road like his old man, Big Joe.
I took a wrong turn last night and detoured about 100 miles out of my way before I got back on track. I got the pedal to the metal and I'm letting her roar.
Okay, bring it on home, old buddy.
I tell you, that boy of mine will be peeing in bottles and popping uppers in no time. Joey's buddy Steve is also a trucker, and he welcomes Joey back home by challenging him to a race. I can't possibly see this leading to anything bad.
Look out!
It's funny because they could have killed somebody.
Asshole! Eat my shorts.
Fucking don't have a cow, bud. Joey's got to make a delivery, and while we're here, might as well show off what the monster truck's gonna crush later in the movie. Alright, don't screw this up, Joey. The craft services table needs replenishing. I would say that's coming out of Joey's paycheck, but I think some of that was gonna be his paycheck. Speaking of paychecks, Canadian exploitation movies usually have at least one famous actor looking for an easy one, so who is it gonna be this time?
Hey. Is this any way to do business?
Hey, Ned Beatty. Alright, looking forward to all the deliverance jokes this is probably gonna lead to. Ned plays Tiny Doyle, the sleazy owner of a topless bar and used car dealership, and between the leather jacket and the Wolverine haircut, he also looks like he plays bass in a local rockabilly band. Some of the local townsfolk have a problem with people getting drunk at Tiny's bar, mainly because it's taking money away from the local moonshine economy.
You allow people to leave your establishment drunk.
Oh, no, they're not drunk. They're intoxicated with joy from the great times they have in this fine establishment.
Why, sometimes they're so overcome with joy they cry golden yellow tears from their peckers in the alley out back. I don't know why these women are so mad. Driving drunk seems to be the only thing to do around here. Oh, well that does it. Driving drunk is one thing, but nobody wastes alcohol and gets away with it in this town. Why do I get the feeling ending up as roadkill counts as dying of natural causes around here? Big Joe is very upset with Joey. If you're gonna run somebody off the road, he expects you to finish the job, damn it. Big Joe still has a present for his son, a brand new rig. However, Joey's excitement quickly turns to disappointment when he finds out it doesn't turn into Optimus Prime.
Thanks, Dad.
This is even better than when you bought me my first truck stop, whore. And having a brand new truck has some other benefits, too.
I was just at a meeting and I thought I'd stop by on my way home.
Great. I want to take you for a ride in my dad's new truck.
Yeah, nothing turns women on more than a guy with his own big rig. No, seriously, this really does seem to be working for him.
I love you.
You're even prettier than the girl on my mud flaps. Alright, I appreciate the romance subplot, but is there anything else going on?
Dad? When will I grow boobs?
Okay, I don't know why that was in there, but it's kind of funny, I guess. Joey's girlfriend Misty does have a bit of a problem with him making deliveries to Tiny's bar. Not sure why. It seems like a reputable establishment. Alright, come on, fellas. Finish your breakfast and get back to work, okay?
I want to talk to you
Yeah, hang on, Pa. Just grabbing a beer.
now.
Yeah, I can see why Ned Beatty took this role. In this movie, he's the one who makes people squeal like a pig. These are all Tiny's sons, and I'm guessing the vengeance part of the title is gonna come after these guys go all Mad Max on Joey's family.
Oh, come on. We're just kids. We won't hurt you out here.
Jeez, I'd say it's too bad there's no police around, but I think these guys are the police in this county. Oh, and about the Mad Max reference, turns out Joey's family's actually gonna be toe cutter. God damn it, Steve, can't you go one day without hitting somebody with your truck?
Eat my shorts.
Well, this is tragic. Not only have Joey's mom and sisters been killed, but they wouldn't even let him wear his denim jacket to their funeral. Oh well, at least he still has Misty.
Are you okay?
Well, most of my family was just killed, so I've been better, yeah. Meanwhile, in Canadian Roadhouse, I see Ned Beatty switched up his outfit. Now he looks like if Brian Setzer and Boss Hogg got mixed up in a teleporter. He's also not too happy with his sons.
You was drunk again.
No, I wasn't. I had a couple beers.
For the last time, a 40 ounce of malt liquor doesn't count as one beer. Luckily for Tiny, the legal blood alcohol limit in this town doesn't include a decimal point.
So you at no time prohibited Mrs. Rosso from passing?
No, sir.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Open and shut case, clearly this man is innocent. No, seriously, all he gets is a fine.
That man killed my wife and kids. He might as well have blown them away with a shotgun. And you fine him $300? He ought to be strung up by his balls.
Okay, come on, Joe. You know the only forms of capital punishment in Canada are smoked meat torture and going outside in the winter without a jacket. With the courts having failed them, Joey and Big Joe have no choice but to take the law into their own hands. First they're gonna have a drink, and then they are gonna kick your ass at darts. Or you could just skip right to the bar brawl. That'll save some time. Damn, this really did just turn into Canadian Roadhouse. All it needs is Colin James playing some sweet blues in the background.
Hot dog.
Back off, scum.
Alright, well, you guys didn't really win, but you messed up Tiny's bar a little bit, so I guess that means you're even now. And by even, I mean Tiny's sons are still gonna try and get back at you. You know, even without the bar brawl, I think they would have spent their day doing that anyway. Damn, now Big Joe's been put in a coma, and Lawrence Dane still needs to be in several other movies I want to do on this show.
I'll get him.
Yeah, time for Joey to get revenge the only way he knows how. By building a Truckosaurus in his barn. Actually, I'm not sure what he's building in there, but please tell me that's not supposed to be its dick. First though, he's gotta get some parts, which means we need to have a montage. Okay, now that he's done, let's see what Joey's been building in there. Alright, I gotta admit that's pretty badass. Yeah, Joey's built himself the ultimate monster truck and he's gonna get his revenge this Sunday. Let's see if the extended warranty covers this, you son of a bitch. The soundproofing in Tiny's bar must be amazing since no one hears any of this happening directly outside. And even if they do notice anything, they apparently don't give a shit. Well, now that I crushed Tiny's cars, I guess that's enough vengeance for one day. Now that I got the house to myself, maybe I'll invite my girl over.
I love you.
Yeah, that's nice and all, but can we get to more monster truck stuff? Ooh, hey, never mind. Looks like Joey gets Skinamax all the way out at this place. I wonder what song they're gonna put over this love scene. Alright, well, at least they picked something catchy. The law around here may not be good with people murder, but they always make sure to investigate used car murder. And, hey, Tiny, that's not how you spell Ontario.
Tiny? You slipped in the shower?
No. Tripped over my dick.
Tiny's an ironic name, is it? But seriously, even though Ned Beatty probably only did this movie for the paycheck, he is still kind of funny in it. I don't know why they bothered contacting the police. From what I can tell, they don't actually do anything around here. Tiny realizes this too and asks his boys to get back at Joey and Steve. And screw using cinder blocks this time, just shoot him. I mean, it's not like the cops are gonna do anything.
Oh, shit!
You know, you're in an 18-wheeler and they're in a van. You could just run them off the road. I mean, you do that with pretty much everyone else. Steve radios for help, and he's lucky he's friends with a vigilante trucker, because the courts would probably say there isn't enough evidence that Tiny's boys did anything wrong here.
What the fucking hell is that?
I don't know, but it looks like what Ted Nugent uses to pick up his kids from soccer practice. Now, it may seem like Joey just killed somebody, but in his defense, that guy could have easily avoided that. Attaboy, Joey. You've gone from crushing cars all the way to murder. Now you're really vengeancing. You know, I'm thinking the cops won't be able to write this one off as just a drunk driving accident.
There are two of Tiny Doyle's boys, Brian and David. Blood alcohol levels twice the legal limit.
Doesn't surprise me.
Or maybe they can.
Tyler kid said the phantom vehicle looked like something out of a bad dream.
Yeah, or a bad movie. Oh, I see Tiny's family's about to have their traditional Thanksgiving meal of KFC and Budweiser.
What'd you do that for? Wait for the blessing.
We gotta give thanks to our Lord and Savior, Marshall Tucker. Ned Beatty's changed again. Now he looks like if Johnny Bravo let himself go and opened a titty bar. Okay, both sides have resorted to murder so far, so how is Tiny gonna escalate things even further?
I guess there ain't nobody home.
I bet you're real disappointed. Probably thought you wasn't gonna get it tonight.
Okay, I know I already made a Deliverance reference, but looks like Ned Beatty taught his boys well. Come on, guys, what are you doing? You know it's a crime around here to rape somebody you're not related to.
Joey! Help me, Joey.
Alright, well I guess you could tell the cops. Maybe they'll fine him $50 or something. Probably better if you just kill him yourself, though. A monster truck! In addition to being one badass looking machine, Joey's truck's got some other tricks up its sleeve.
Looks like we lost him.
It also has stealth capabilities too. Stephen King presents Children of the Corn Whiskey. Actually, wait a second, this is more like Maximum Overdrive if it was sponsored by Firestone and had a way shittier soundtrack. Oh, and here's an idea. Try hiding someplace the truck can't fit into, dummy. Okay, never mind, that didn't work. You know, considering half the county's been murdered in the past couple days, I'm starting to think the cops might have to do something here.
Do you have any clues?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Possible suspects include Gravedigger and Monster Mutt. Actually, the lieutenant does have an idea of who's behind all this.
Want to do something about it? Listen, Mahoney, if we catch this rolling vigilante, and I take my early retirement, who's going to keep the drunks off the road?
Not you, by the looks of it.
Yeah, and if we don't do something about it, innocent people start getting hurt. What then?
Fine, I guess I'll do something about it then. Fuck! Hey, Joey, real sorry about your family. Anyway, are you killing people with a monster truck?
So if you catch this guy, you're gonna take him in?
Yeah, if I find him. I'm hoping that maybe he might just retire. Seems to me he's done enough avenging for everyone.
See, if you retire, that way I won't have to arrest you for murder or investigate your girlfriend's rape. It'll save me so much paperwork. Now that the lieutenant knows who he is, Joey also reveals to Misty that he's really the vigilante superhero, Truckman. Oh, and his dad dies, which means Joey is gonna have to vengeance harder than he's ever vengeanced before.
I think I heard something.
Maybe it's the Ghost Riders in the sky.
Hey, I'll handle the Southern rock references around here, okay? Let's see, who does Ned Beatty look like now? Hillbilly Andrew Dice Clay? Close enough. Anyway, how is he gonna stop Joey? Oh man, I thought for sure if we locked the door that'd keep him out. Alright Joey, I understand you're getting revenge for your murdered family, but you are taking out the only bar for Miles, which means the cops are gonna have to arrest you. That is if Ned Beatty doesn't take him out first. Well, great. The lieutenant just killed the most entertaining actor in this movie. And here's a tip, Joey. Never leave the keys inside your giant armored murder machine unless you're sure all the bad guys are dead, idiot.
Come on now, I'm not going anywhere.
Right about now, Joey's really wishing he found a self-destruct button during that junkyard montage. I will give Vic this. At least he tries to get some use out of that drill Joey had installed. Yeah, if Misty thought that first rape scene was brutal, just wait until she gets fucked by Tetsuo the Iron Man. But no way is Joey gonna lose his one true love, and by that I mean the truck, not Misty. Eat fumes, asshole. Alright, Vic's the only member of Tiny's family left, so Joey's gonna have to give him the most spectacular death of the movie. Huh. Okay, so along with Lawrence Dane, the other thing this has in common with the last movie I did is an underwhelming final villain kill. It's all good though, not only is Misty alive, but so is the lieutenant.
We got an ID on the fella we found in the monster truck. Vic Doyle.
Looks like Vic didn't much like his family either.
Alright, a man commits multiple vigilante murders and I help to cover him up. Once again, justice prevails. And so, Joey had his truck converted into an RV and he and Misty spent their days traveling across the open roads of America. And by America, I mean Canada. So is Rolling Vengeance the definitive monster truck movie like it says on the box art? Well, that kinda depends on what you think the definitive monster truck movie should be like. Sure, the movie does technically have both cars and people getting crushed by a big-ass truck, but personally I wish it was a little less polite. I mean, come on, it's a movie about a guy getting revenge by killing people with a giant monster truck. This isn't exactly highbrow cinema here, but instead of going for broke, too often it feels like the movie's holding back. A good example of this is when they first show off the big drill Joey adds to the truck, only to barely use it for the rest of the movie. Hell, I think one of the villains ends up using it more than Joey does. One thing it does have going for it is that the acting is better than you'd expect for this type of movie, with Ned Beatty making for an entertaining villain, but the movie's kinda like its soundtrack. It's a little too middle of the road for its own good. I do gotta admit though, that truck's pretty awesome. Well, there's only one movie left in this Canuxsploitation-A-Thon, and I'm gonna end things by doing my first Canuxsploitation sequel. Until next time.
Don't forget big ones like Dolly Parton.
Yeah.